So context is everything. So one of the things that we recognize is that when our early ancestors were developing, that day and night became the overarching concerns that they had in terms of their survival. Given the nature of being a hunter-gatherer, particularly where there were predators like cats, large cats, boar, bears, tigers, our early ancestors became very protective of nighttime. And so that was the time that they had to be diligent, that they had to increase their vigilance around predators. And the daytime became the place where they could relax, where they could find joy, they could do things. They still had to work hard, but they certainly did not have to do it with the same level of angst that nighttime oftentimes provided. And so what that did for us, more modern humans, so to speak, is that it created this paradigm for us where we recognize that darkness provides some challenges for us, that there's typically fear associated with darkness, and light is very much the same way. And what we've done is that we've tried to adapt those concepts into our modern life, and we've taken those concepts and tried to apply them in ways in two things that they should not be applied to, right? So what we've done is that we've taken that that concept of darkness and light, or black and white, and we've applied that to good and bad, or good and evil. What we've done further than that, what we've, with the need to create shortcuts, is that we've also gone as far as to say that we can apply these not only to situations, but we can apply these to things, and ultimately that we can apply these things to people, that we can apply this concept of good and bad, dark and light, black and white. We can start to apply those to human beings, and that has created some problems for us, right? And this is where the root of implicit bias stems. This is the seed, the nucleus, the germinating sense that we have around these implicit biases. And implicit bias then become the foundation for bigotry, for prejudice, for hatred, and ultimately for genocide of people who are different from us based on our own ways of seeing the world. And so we have to take control of our primal instincts and remember that what makes us human is our ability to think and make decisions and not operate off of our primal or instinctual behaviors that our ancestors needed for survival. Another thing we have to recognize is that as context changes, so should culture. And so there was a particular kind of culture that our ancestors lived in. We currently don't live in that environment now. We don't live in that context now. So therefore, our behavior should also change. And we'll talk more about context and culture in just a bit. But for our next segment, let's listen to Lori. For our next segment, let's listen to Rory.